Welcome back, Wolfpack Verlis here, and we have a battle from Timmy, showing us some really cool Pokemon. I mean, the Cinccino, always pretty strong. And then we have Nidoking and a Galvantula. So the Galvantula lead, pretty understanding of what it's going to do. It's going to want to try to see if it picks off a Pokemon while setting up that sticky web. I mean, if we can get that Nidoking under a sticky web, it might have some really good things going for it. So that's going to be Garchomp as well against the Galvantula. So sticky web, just going to be a setup right there. I was almost going to say a bit of damage because I'm used to saying that, but it's got the setup, and that's going to be Earthquake from the Garchomp. Now, it's only going to be a neutral hit, but you generally will see a Focus Sash because Galvantula is a fairly squishy Pokemon, going to get the damage that it can from the Bug Buzz as well. Also has a good amount of damage and speed, and then Fire Fang is going to go and finish off Galvantula. So that's what we're expecting, a little bit of damage trade, but now the speed is where it comes in. Garchomp is still at full, so that's going to be a little different right there. But Vaporeon against the Garchomp. This is pretty interesting. Garchomp actually sticking in for that Swords Dance. Vaporeon not carrying that Ice Beam though, just going to use that Scald. Not do a crazy amount to Garchomp, not burn it either. So Outrage from the Garchomp. Garchomp was like Swords Dance, full damage, screw it. Vaporeon does survive, generally huge tank, like huge health, decent amount of defenses right there, and that is going to be enough to knock out Garchomp. Even after the Swords Dance, Garchomp was also in a pretty predictable place, so because of those outrages, and that's what we're looking at. So Mr. Waterga, I don't know what that could mean, but looks like we're just going to have that speed come in from that sticky web drop and protect on the Vaporeon. So Vaporeon's just going to scout out the moves, get some health back from the leftovers, and see what happens. Now, it's not looking too good with that 35, so Vaporeon is going to be switching out. And since you know the Aura Sphere is coming, you can at least try to predict it. So Nidoking going to face check that Aura Sphere. Now, it could have been a Water Pulse, it could have been something like that. But the Aura Sphere is going to come in, be not very effective because of that Poison typing, and that is going to be a withdraw because the speed. Now Nidoking can just outrun it and try to crush it. So Landorus comes in, throws out the Intimidate. Nah, man, Nidoking's a special attacker, and Nidoking gets the prediction. Wow, takes the risk, and that is actually really crazy right there to get that prediction. So now Jirachi comes in. I mean, Jirachi, this Pokemon, is also going to be fairly susceptible, and Nidoking with that Earth Power, special attacking, that Intimidate not going to be really doing much, and that's going to be a KO onto the Jirachi. Sticky Web into that sheer force Nidoking is proving to be super devastating. Now Heracross, it's going to get caught in the Sticky Web. I don't think there's anything too directly destructive to the Heracross, but we'll see. So that's going to be Heracross being the Mega Heracross, having a lot of damage. But is it going to be enough? Nidoking going to throw out a Sludge Wave. It's going for the stab damage, and that's going to be a pretty solid hit, but Bullet Seed is going to respond. And does Nidoking tank it? It looks like it's going to be close. It's going to be close. Now there's a chance for a critical hit to come in, but it looks like the Bullet Seed will finish off the Nidoking. Doesn't matter. Nidoking already cleaning up the team pretty well. The opponent did make some misplays though. Like if he directly switched in the Heracross, could have gotten two-shot right there. So sacrificing Landorus and giving up the Jirachi, just not understanding Nidoking's power. And now Vaporeon back into the Clawitzer. So Vaporeon's going to Scald, just trying to get that damage. We might see a burn here. And we see the burn, so that switch is going to not really be too much of a good thing, but Vaporeon getting a little bit of health from those leftovers. It can protect, it get some more health back, and then it might be able to survive. Vaporeon is a tank. Get that Wish Protect going, then you got the Scald, you can stall it out a bit. Now also playing it safe with that Dragon Pulse from the Clawitzer. Yeah, that's just how this is going. So the burn, dealing a bit of damage now. Vaporeon's going to set up that Wish, taking those chances, and worst case scenario, well actually there's all the other Pokemon are full health, so Wish wouldn't really help out too much. Dragon Pulse will knock out the Vaporeon. So I mean, now you can either go into a slow Pokemon that can eat a hit, or just, you know, you stalled out that Clawitzer. It's taking damage. And there's Cinccino. So Cinccino, oh my goodness. If that thing gets the speed support from, oh hey, look at that. Random on that berry. I don't even know what berry makes those weakened grass type attacks. So Cinccino not... Ooh, wait, that critical hit. That wasn't even a crit, never mind. Just a lot of damage. Oh, I see. It only stops the first bullet seed. So that grass berry not pulling through enough. And super effective hit from that bullet seed on that skill link. I mean, yeah, the sticky web with Cinccino. That's gotta be devastating. So, Min Xiao, that's going to be also slowed down. And tail slap, very strong stab hit, going to be neutral damage. Is it going to be enough? That's going to be 3 hits, 4 hits, and the KO from Cinccino right there. And also, I mean, King's Rock, very devastating. Has a very high chance of flinching, around 44%, I believe. And now Heracross comes in. That's going to be a sticky web. And I mean, Nidoking Cinccino under that sticky web just being brutal. Heracross not going to be able to survive this one for sure. And that's going to be even more carnage. Is there anyone left? Is that game right there? That's game. All right, apparently that's it. Just 2 Pokemon tearing through the team. Gave up a Vaporeon and Galvantula, but really got it to work. And then the Infernape, I wonder if that's just a pure crit Absol as well. Absol with that Super Luck, carrying a crit item, using Night Slash and all that, that's going to be guaranteed chances to crit. With that speed support, it doesn't really need too much else from an item. So very, very just destructive from Timmy right there. I love it. Good job, Timmy. Good battle. One more Fan Fridays. Can you handle the hype this week?